Hello, YouTubers. Joe Curzi here again on Friday, February 21st, 2014 at 3:10 in the afternoon Eastern Time. I had no intention of waxing on so, well, much. That's redundant, isn't it? Waxing on much. Waxing on about certain topics, but some things just have to be dealt with. We got the weekly church email mini newsletter from the rector today. This is Friday. Sometimes he sends it out Thursday, sometimes he sends it out Friday. That's neither here nor there. Well, the first bit of news that's significant is we have a new senior warden. And I don't think there could have been a better choice than this guy. He's a high school teacher at a school district north of here, and he's sharp as a tack, and he's got 3 kids at St. Peter's, and his wife was the former parish administratrix. Now, she was a bit weak, and she wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. But this guy is one of the sharper knives in the drawer, I can assure you. So that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be a good administrator, does it? I learned that about myself a long time ago. I am a horrible administrator. Hence, I don't get involved in these sorts of things. Well, anyway, so the rector invited us to pray for this individual that was, note the past tense, our very recently hired parish administratrix. She had actually moved to northern Columbus from New York with her husband after, I guess they both had careers in the financial industry up there. And I guess she wants something to occupy her time. Well, I guess she'll have to find something else to occupy her time now, because he went on to say, I also invite you to pray for, on Thursday afternoon, after discussion with her and the junior warden. Now, I wonder if that's our new junior warden or the junior warden that was, so they've just had a sort of a change of command. Doesn't matter. The end result's the same. I made the decision to let her go. So he fired her. And she is no longer with St. Peter's. Well, I think that's a shame. I got the sense she was making a big effort to learn about the mores and ethoses, the ways of our particular Episcopal church. She would come to services even though she herself is not, and Episcopalian. And certainly the bulletins and, the stuff she was supposed to do, the technical aspects of putting out the bulletins without mistakes in them. I mean, she did a very good job on that. I, compared to our previous parish administratrix, who basically had multiple egregious, obvious errors every week, well, nearly every week, 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 weeks at a time. This individual had done a much better job, I thought. And she's no longer receiving. Pray for her as she moves from this place on the journey God has set before her. Well, I think the journey wasn't set before her by God. I think it was set before her by the rector. And that's an interesting equivalence there, isn't it? Now here comes this absolute, I'm sorry, I can't say anything else but what it is. Bullshit and horse shit. These announcements are made to you in the changing context of waking springtime, flexing her muscles, ready to break out and break forth. May we continue to just that. I think he means continue to do just that in our own lives in the power, grace, and love of Jesus Christ. Well, that last clause certainly isn't bullshit. But, here, this is a man with a doctor's degree. And he wrote, made to you in the changing context of waking springtime, flexing her muscles, ready to break out and break forth. I would love to say give me a break, but I don't even think that's worthy of give me a break. I think that's worthy of a moment of profound silence and grief that borders on contempt. So herewith, and a big drink to make it easier to go on. Now, after deservedly coughing on that one, we now enter the topic known as renewing ministry licenses. Now, I obliquely referenced that the other day in a video, or an earlier video. It might be this. These all might be on the same day as far as I can tell. Don't inhale wine. It's bad enough to inhale beer, but don't inhale wine. An email went out this week from the parish office regarding renewal of ministry licenses. I hope this isn't what got this woman fired. And I'm not flattering myself on that. I certainly hope not. What we need is for all those, in bold print, note all those, bold print, all those, that includes me, who currently serve in some capacity as Sunday school leader, nope, Eucharistic visitor, nope, worship leader, parenthesis, chalices reader, that's me, and staff, to let, well, he calls himself Father Charles. He's writing this. He calls himself Father Charles. He ain't a father, guys. There's only two fathers, mine and God. Not in that order. God and mine. He ain't a father. He's a rector. He's an Episcopal priest. He's the Reverend so-and-so, but he ain't a father. Period. I think that's very presumptuous on his part to call him that. Call himself that. I really do. I find it offensive. I don't like it. Let Father Charles know if you wish to continue in that ministry. Well, yes, of course I wish to continue in that ministry. Have I done anything to make it so that I cannot? Is this a matter of paperwork and regulations? Or is this a matter of thinning the herd from those who might ultimately become troublesome? This isn't an organization that, by the way, is struggling to gain membership. So, do you really want to kick out people that have been with you despite all your nonsense for going on 19 years now? Do you really want to do that? Is that the best way to, quote, grow your organization? And what was this other line of nonsense? Break forth in the changing context of waking springtime. This man had to have had a stroke when he wrote that. I mean, real. I mean, this. I have far more respect for this guy. I mean, I can't possibly imagine he wrote that, but somebody had to have written it, didn't they? There are some specific requirements for each of those positions that need to be fulfilled for renewal. He is thinning the herd. He's thinning the herd. He's sitting. This is like a roundup. This is like, bring them in from the government land they've been roaming on all summer. Then we're going to kill a few of them. This is what it's like. I love this, and this. I'll tell you, this guy's a master of passive aggressivity, and it takes one to know one, and I know one. Rather than guess where you fit. Contact director. As opposed to him contacting people who have been loyal for a number of years. Rather than being the servant at the feet, rather than being at the servant of the feet of those who are helping you in another servant role, sort of a cascading downward servant role, I guess the servants have to go up the mountainside to the representative of the hierarchy. Rather than guess where you fit in, contact the rector, and you and he can work on having license renewal done. I bet that last sentence was a bit of a problem for him to write, given the assumptions that have gone on in the previous sentences. Now I have to cooperate with somebody that I would just as soon tell them what to do. And here it is appropriate for me to say, give me a break. Well, it remains to be seen while this plays out. Because I think anybody that's listened to me for any number of times knows that if I've been doing a good job, that's fine. If I've not been doing a good job, tell me to go away, and I will. As I say when I'm up there, it is not me up there doing it. I am but just a channeling cipher. And I don't think anybody representing that entity needs to be licensed by any human organization. Alrighty now. Bye-bye, YouTubers, and stay tuned. I'm sure there will be more of this anon. Alrighty. Bye-bye.